All right, we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Meeting number 7 of 8. All right, so we're in lesson 7 of 8, and we're going to talk about today how to turn everything you're doing into actual appointments. Let's actually turn all the marketing that we've talked into real conversations. And essentially, on the viral marketing plan, is everyone who's clicking the links and engaging with your email should be called. Everybody who is um, obviously opting into your web forms that we've created for you should obviously be called. But I'm going to add something new this week, given the context of the commission lawsuits that have gone through in real estate. I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to call it your 1,000 true fans system. All right. So not only do we want to call the people clicking the links and maybe even opening the emails or engaging with you or opting into your web forms, but I also want to share the 1,000 true fan system. And I think this is going to be coming back really heavy in the real estate industry. For sure. So we'll talk about that as well. So before we get into that, let's recap everything you've learned so far. So we have Zach here who's a client, and Lauren and Sean. Let's go through everything from step one all the way back to make sure you're maximizing the viral marketing program with us. All right. So lesson 1, we talked about how to build your database of homeowners who are thinking of selling. Zach, do you have any questions on that? And if you want to know what we talked about, go back and watch lesson 1. Any questions on that, Zach?
No, Frank, I'm good.
What about you, Lauren, with your cold calling?
No, no questions.
Great. So now you have your video blog, the seller website that we built for you. We used markup.io on lesson number 2 to fix yours up, Lauren. And
hmm
Zach, we have yours. Is there anything on there that you have any questions for me to be able to demonstrate your value to a seller, why they should pay you a commission? Because remember, that's the trap. And all the videos that we send out to bring them back to the trap, to communicate your value. Any
Mhm.
questions on that?
No, ours looks great. We've paired it quite a bit with our like team on the back end to make sure that everything was good. So
Okay. Lesson 3. So now that we've exported your database, we have all your contacts. Now I want you to schedule one monthly appointment to record 2 educational videos a month. Again, where you lay down your knowledge answering a commonly asked question. I want you to have that scheduled with us on Riverside, or you're shooting on your own. Any questions on your scripting? Went through the scripts, what to say, titles, anything with regards to your 2 videos a month.
No.
That was lesson 3. Lesson 4, your monthly lead generation email, that third message every month, that knockout punch for leads. The message last month, hopefully you got it out. I should probably know this before our meetings, but I don't, was to download your free home selling guide, right? I wrote you a real nice email to download your free home selling guide last month. And the one for April, which will be up on the client site shortly. So if you go to getvyral.com and click client login, make sure you guys, by the way, access the new client site. Make sure you can log into that. Go to our
Mhm.
homepage and click client login, and you'll see the lead generation message for April, which is to just call you for a free home buying or selling strategy call. Like that, it's already written. Any questions about the monthly lead generation message?
nope.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Next, we talked about the postcard. Remember the direct mail discussion?
hmm
Your artwork in Canva every month, going to your top contacts. Any questions on that? That was lesson 5.
No.
All right, we're
Yeah,
almost
no, we're
there.
good.
It's okay to ask. We're almost there. Number 6, retargeting. That was last week or 2 weeks ago, I think.
Two
Any
weeks ago.
questions on your retargeting ads and making sure that we have permission and you've given us permission to run those, so your database sees you all the time on social media, or at least 1 to 2 times a week?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, ours are great.
Great. All right. So today's lesson is going to be calling everyone, and tomorrow, next week, we're going to talk about getting a sponsor to pay for everything. How about that? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let me set this up correctly. Every 2 weeks, we're going to give you a list of everyone that clicked the links in your emails. We'll send it to you. But also, make sure you ask your coach. We will invite you into your email account so you can log in and get it in real time. Sound good?
Mhm.
So if you don't have access to your Emma account, which is what we use to send your emails, go ahead and ask us and we'll invite you in. And you can log in there and literally see everything. And you can see everyone that clicked. You'll notice there's a lot of agents clicking too, because they're jealous of the content you're putting out, how awesome it is. right?
That's
Call them
funny.
and call them and recruit them. Seriously, be like, hey, I need someone to work my database. Want to work my database for me on the split? I'm doing all this marketing. You're not. Want to come in here and make the calls for a split? Dude, easy peasy, right? So that's a really good recruiting conversation, just so you know. So don't worry about it if agents are watching your stuff. Okay. I would use it as a recruiting conversation. But we're going to give you everyone that's clicked the links, reach out to them. So just for what it's worth, here's the process for that. Here's this list. You're going to take the name of the email and you're going to search it in your CRM. And you're going to figure who is this person. Hopefully they're in there. If they're not, you're going to add them. Got it? If they're already in there, you're going to do some research. When's the last time I called this person? And it probably shouldn't be if it's been within 30 days, because it'll be a note, right? And you're going to get some detail on them. And if you haven't called them like in the past 30 days, all right, let's call them. Hey, this is Zach. I see you subscribe to my video emails, my stuff. This month, I wanted to offer you a free home selling strategy call. Would you have any interest in talking about buying or selling a house? Easy enough, right? Super easy. I mean, I could even break this down to something even simpler here. This is what this is on what's on the website. Here's the script. Hi, this is John with ABC Company. I see you subscribe to my videos. Thank you. I'm calling because maybe I'm free to answer any more questions you may have about what you know about buying or selling a house. See how simple that is? This is all this needs to be. That is literally the text. That is literally the email. That is literally the phone call. It's the same script no matter what the media you choose is to reach out to the prospect. Easy. Log it in CRM. So that's the process. You get the report, search the person in your CRM, find out what's up. If they're not in there, add them. If they're already in there, add a note, reach out. Any questions?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. Please do it. That's where you get your appointments and your conversations. Leads that come in through paper form. So we sent out a lead generation email. We sent out the email for you on, finding out, downloading your free home selling guide. So let's take a look at this. Let's actually go to the client website. Make sure you guys have access to this. Click client login. Okay. Remember this email we went through? Your free home selling guide. Download your free home selling guide here that went to your whole database. That goes back to this landing page we created for you. Make sure you're getting those emails on those leads. And you can also sync up the landing page form to your CRM if you want. Make sure you talk to us. But you need to call these people. Hey, I see you requested my home selling guide. You want to schedule a call about a buyer selling strategy call? That's it. We got to follow up. I can't even begin to tell you, the hundreds, if not thousands, of leads that we put through a landing page just never get called and go off into the abyss. And all the clicks and all the people engaging with this stuff just completely going off into the abyss. All right. And a lot of that is because we're not paying attention to that. We're not aware of like, oh wow, this marketing really is lead scoring. This marketing is really scoring the people in my database who might be interested. That's really what you're buying, right? That branding, that scoring. And it's just a remembering, oh my gosh, I need to remember to call that. It's just a focus thing. So here's your reminder, right? Now the other option is you don't have time to do it. So you really have two options. One is you can put one of your agents on it, which is a wonderful recruiting proposition. Hey, I've been selling real estate for 15 years. I got this whole database I built. You don't. I'm doing all this marketing that you're not. I'm going to do all this marketing to my list. I just want you to call them and use my name. Hi, this is Frank Klesitz. I work for Zach Himmelberger. He asked me to call you. Oh, what's up? I know Zach. Yeah. Look, I see you're subscribed to some videos you sent out about real estate. You wanted me to call and ask you, would you like to schedule a call to talk to him about buying or selling a house? Would you like to do a free strategy call with him? I can make it happen. Oh, yeah, it's funny you called. I'm actually thinking about selling my house. Great. I'll have Zach call you. Wouldn't you love someone making those calls on your behalf, Zach?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And you can find that. I'm telling you right now, go to any struggling agent in Phoenix and say, I have a job. I have an apprenticeship. You can be a listing agent in training, right? Call my database. I'm already doing the marketing that's warming it up. They will know my name, and that's the script. And they will pass leads to you and take them on the appointments with you and train them up how to become an agent. And you would and just give a piece of the commission if they're licensed, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you bring someone on board. Same thing with you, Lauren. There's somebody there on, Sean's team, okay, that probably would like to get some listings to have some people to call. Here's a script. Give me the name of somebody on your team. Make something up.
Julie.
Julie. Hey, it's Julie. I work for Sean. All right. And he asked me to call you because I just see you subscribed to some of his videos. In fact, the last one he sent out was on the topic of.
Oh, I just sent it out yesterday. Let's see.
Whatever it is, X.
Yeah.
Right? X. He wanted to know, do you want to speak with him? He wanted to offer you a strategy call, a selling or buying strategy call for this spring, given the chaos of all the real estate commission news and the chaos of interest rates not going down that you just read. Would you like to talk to about buying or selling a home? Yeah, it's funny you called. I would love that, Julie. Would you have Sean call me? Great. Do you think Julie can make those calls?
Yeah.
That's it. And there's real value there because there's a lot less rejection because they're calling a warm list, leveraging someone's brand name. When you're recruiting agents to your team or your brokerage, they do not want to call their friends and family. That's terrifying. They do not want to pound cold calls. That's terrifying. They do not want to empty their bank account on marketing. That's terrifying. Got it? But calling Sean's list, using his name to bring people to a phone call with him, they will do all day long.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. That's you can start with going to your 1099 contractors for that. Just cut them in. All right. And that's a wonderful junior and senior model where like your junior listing agents, that's their job to bring people to a call with a senior listing agent where they do the conversation, they do the presentation, but they're tagging along the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other option is to hire somebody to make those calls. W-2, no different. Same conversation, same script. They're just being paid hourly. And you can hire in the States or you can hire overseas as a VA. Doesn't make any difference, but you can hire dedicated people to do that. Any questions on that, Zach? Any questions on that, Lauren? I want to give you guys a plan so those calls get made. And those are your two options. And that's the script. And that's how to think about it.
Mm-hmm. No questions really.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about the last thing here to guide you guys. And there's obviously, unless you're living under a rock, that the commission structure is likely going to change how agents are paid. Most likely listing agents are going to make a lot more money, is what I read. All right. And there's going to be a lot more competition where you're really going to have to articulate your competence and demonstrate your expertise up front to earn your money. Right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. So you guys are perfectly positioned because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do in Vyral. Like when you're actually selling a real professional service on the listing side, yeah, people are hiring your competence and your confidence, right? And Vyral literally is what you do to demonstrate that. You publish, right? You write, you make videos, you speak, you author. That's what you do to demonstrate your value to people. The only thing I could recommend to you as a Vyral client is, yes, you should be answering questions and laying down your knowledge with Q&A, but you also need to be gathering success stories too.
Yes.
To demonstrate your value. So one of the things you can think about, if I were to go back to lesson 2, I think of your 2 videos a month, certainly you can do your basic Q&A, but another topic as there's more, I'm going to have to demonstrate my value messaging, is you're going to have to get better at telling stories.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been thinking exactly that.
And the story will be mess, turning point, success. Here's this mess the seller was in. The turning point was they hired me. And here's what I did. And now here's the success they got. And telling that story. Got it? Mess, turning point, success. That's the 3-act structure of a story. So when you start hearing in Facebook, oh, we got to just demonstrate our value and whatever, right? You're already doing it. Got it? You're already doing it. I would just say if you want to step up your game, you have to move from Q&A to really good storytelling of it. You're featuring the story of the client and how you're helping them. And you can certainly do that in your videos and script. Sound good? In fact, the 3 key points, remember the 3 key points? Mess, turning point, success. So start telling the stories of how you're helping people succeed. Okay. Now, with that being said, given, there's probably going to be a lot more competition for business and real estate. Who knows? No one really knows. But all this just leads you in a good direction anyway to be a better professional. Just kind of gives you kind of a kick. All right. But I want to talk to you about what I call the 1,000 true fan system. So let's say you're doing viral marketing and you're sending your emails out and you're doing your retargeting. And I don't know, there might be 1,000 people in your database that know who you are. That's probably the case with Sean. So Lauren, if there's 1,000 people in your city that might be aware of Sean's name,
Probably.
Zach, you'll get there, if not already, right?
Yeah.
But we should probably get a list of those people because it's like, okay, I'm getting good results calling my opens and clicks. This is great. Well, I'm getting good results calling my leads. This is great. But man, who else could I call? This is great. People, this junior agent, let's say, or this hire to like pass people to you for a conversation leveraging your name. Well, I don't know. Let's grab all the people that opened your emails. Let's grab literally all your past clients, whether they're getting your viral or not. Let's grab all your centers of influence. Who knows? Let's grab all the homeowners in the farm that be getting your mail. Let's grab them all. Anyone that might know your name, Zach. Anyone that might know Sean's name. And let's get that list to 1,000. Got it?
Yep.
And let's call them on your behalf. Let's have someone call them on your behalf with the monthly lead generation message. So you come with 1 message a month for all 1,000. Now, here's why I pick 1,000. And I will tell you this from experience, who's done this in the trenches for over a decade. The sustainable number of people someone can reach out to in a day is 100. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. 50. I don't know where 100 came from. 50. All right. 50 people a day. 50 people a day. That is a call. That is a voicemail. That is a text. That is an email with full research and notes logged in the CRM where people are probably talking to you. 50. Now, can you Neanderthal your way through 1,000 dials on auto dialer? Yes, but it's very different. Got it? Than real relationships with real research, logged appropriately with a phone, email, call, voicemail, logged, and hopefully they talk to you. You guys catch me on this? Like the level of gravity on like these, putting your 1,000 true fans on this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hired someone and said, I want you to make 50 attempts a day, and attempt is all those things, that's 250 attempts a week or 1,000 attempts a month. So arguably, if you had a list of 1,000 true fans, people who arguably like you or be aware of you and your target marketer who could refer you, you could have a full-time calling assistant, appointment setter, ISA, all the same, sales development rep, telemarketer, executive assistant, it's all the same, all right? Touching those 1,000 people once a month. And what's the message through text and email and whatnot? Hey, Zach asked me to reach out to you this April. One of the things we're offering is a free strategy call with him on buying or selling. In fact, we just helped this person achieve this result. Success story. And Zach actually published a video answering this commonly asked question. Would you have any interest in having him give you a call? I can schedule or let him know. Could you imagine if you had one full-time person, whether you're paying hourly or it's a 1099 contractor or it's a commission split, just working that list of 1,000 every month with a monthly touch with an offer like that? What that would do? That's huge. Yeah. Now you don't hear that much in real estate because you have buyer leads and online leads and running through a whole database. It's not a very relationship. You can get by in real estate like on a very transactional basis. I think that's going to change the commission lawsuit. It's more relationship driven, probably more listing driven, and more people paying for a feeling of certainty in a relationship as a true professional service as the money starts more going to listing side. Maybe not. I don't know. That's my guess, right? But if I had 2 strategies of just pounding out thousands of cold calls to strangers with this caller. And there's going to be turnover, and that's a really hard job and litigation risk and everything else. Or I can follow the 1,000 true fan strategy that I showed you here that we're kind of talking about today of like, yeah, this is cool calling the opens and clicks. This is cool calling the leads, but like, how can I bump that up? Well, let's come up with a list of 1,000. Let's come up with a monthly message of 50 attempts a day to reach out to
now.
pass.
We're sitting on a Zoom call right now. I'll call you back. Right after, all right?
Hi, Sean. Hi, Sean.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry.
Hi. How you doing, buddy?
Came in hot.
Lauren, update Sean what we talked about. What do you think about all this?
Yeah, well, first we went over like all the topics that we've kind of covered thus far. We got a sneak peek into what's going on next week, which is going over like vendors paying for the system itself, so like not having to pay for it. And now we're kind of going through like utilizing essentially the people that 1,000 people that know you versus 1,000 cold calls and what the value difference is.
Cool. Got it. I saw your family reunion, Frank. I was standing in one of your panels. I was standing in the back waving at you, but you never saw me.
Yeah, there are a lot of people there. That was on the Homeward one, right?
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that honestly, that could be one of the messages is, hey, Sean asked me to reach out to you just to let you know that if you're thinking of selling this year, you don't necessarily have to do the whole traditional open houses, pack the kids in the soccer van and drive them around for the showing. Answer. Mm-hmm. We actually have a relationship with Homeward that will buy the home now for 90% of what it's worth, like 90 cents on the dollar. And then when we resell it, give you all the upside. So you get paid twice. We'll pay you twice to sell your home. You remember that, Sean?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So Sean will actually pay you twice when you sell your home. Would you have any interest in talking to him about that? That could be a message on the 1,000 True Fan system to your existing list. All right. So that's really it. I like to talk to you guys about this, is that what I find when I'm working with customers and they're trying to make money is, yes, they're pushing the digital marketing to the point of diminishing returns. So let's say you're doing viral and you're following everything that I've shared in these lessons. Frank, I'm making my videos. I'm doing good enough. I got it. It's good enough. Well, where should I put my resources? Well, here's what I hear, and I go, danger. Hey, Frank, I want to start making more videos. Hey, Frank, I want to start posting on social media more. Hey, Frank, I want to, maybe spend more money like building my database more than what it is basically now. Like I want to do more digital, or I want to do more stranger advertising. Okay. And I go, I don't know, man. I don't know if making 4 videos a month doesn't make much more difference than your 2. I don't really know if spending your resources on updating social media every day is really going to do it. And I don't really know if necessarily interrupting more strangers is going to get the job done. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What I think we need to put someone on calling the database to pass people to you who might want to talk to you about buying or selling. It's something that's not very talked about. It's not something you really think much about, right? And that's why I wanted to share the true fan strategy with you. Because for what it's worth, I think you'd be surprised, is let's talk about the economics of that. So first off, your first option is going to one of your agents, Zach, or finding an agent and saying, all I want you to do is calling my database 50 attempts a day using my name to pass me conversations, right, Lauren?
Yep.
But are they really going to do it every single day consistently if they're a 100% independent contractor trying to build their own business?
No.
Why not?
Okay. But that is an option, and for maybe 1% of the time it works long term. Okay. The other option is you hire someone where it's their full-time job. Now you can hire someone in the States. Who knows? You're going to pay 15, 20 bucks an hour if you're lucky, probably more. Or you can go overseas and you can go to other countries, which probably is going to cost you somewhere between about $600 to $800 a month. Got it? I will tell you, you can hire someone with very good English. You know where to look, which is a whole other training. It does exist for about $800 a month to basically full-time call your database on your behalf, not only your opens and clicks, not only your leads, but also the 1,000 True Fan strategy. Because a lot of times we'll have people where they're like, well, I'm going to go spend $800 a month on someone to update my social media every single day. I'm I'm going to go spend $800 a month on more retargeting. I'm going to go spend $800 a month on maybe upping my interrupting strangers advertising system, right? Like, well, what if we put that $800 a month on someone calling your database full time with a message of the month to pass you conversations? That one pulls. That one gets the results. Do you guys catch me on this? I want to give you that insight. Which now leads me to the question, maybe how you set that up. Let me give you some tips. All right. One hire full-time, 40 hours a week can make 50 attempts a day. An attempt is research, a phone call, a voicemail, maybe not a text, that's up to you, an email, and proper scheduling of the next task, and slowing down and actually having a conversation with the person. That's called an attempt package. Full-time hire, 50 a day.
Frank.
Yeah.
I have a little devil's advocate for you.
Go.
Do you think that it's like I know you said the 1,000 true fans. Do you think that it's like that somebody should have somebody else calling your actual database?
Oh, yes. 100%. That is the biggest limiting belief. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. So I'm so far beyond that limiting belief. All right.
Well, the reason is this is like it's like your tight SOI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, hey, okay. I want you to hire me. Sean, I want you to hire me to call your database. Here's what I'm going to say. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
These are all your friends, family, best friends. Okay. Hey, my name is Frank Closets. Sean, what's your last name?
Martin.
I thought it was Miller. Sean Martin.
I've been called worse, Frank. You can
Okay.
call me whatever you want. As long as it's Miller or Martin, dude. Just
All right.
don't call me the other one.
Hi, it's Frank Closets. I'm a real estate agent for Sean Martin. He asked me to call you. Do you know him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Look, I'll be brief. We're doing a seller workshop on how to sell your house. You want me to give you a free ticket? Do you have any interest?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'll send it to you right now on Eventbrite. What's all your information? Cool. While I have you on the phone, because you're interested in a seller workshop, which is great, would you like me to have Sean call you about maybe talk about what it would look like to sell your house?
There's that second part. That was good there. Yeah, there you go.
How'd I do?
Zach,
Am I hired?
You thought it too. Stop.
Am I hired?
We become friends with Zach. We got to hang out with Zach.
So I used your name. I just leveraged the brand name, man. 100%.
I get it.
You know? Yeah. So, absolutely. And when you unlock that, you get a taste of freedom. When you unlock that someone else can call on your behalf to schedule an appointment with your name to your list, you will taste freedom because that unlocks you from being the choke point of appointments, right? So again, that's the script. Sean asked me to call Frank. You probably have gotten it from me. I mean, like, hey, if you're a prospect watching this, I sure as the sun rises, that you've probably have gotten, hey, I work for Frank at Vyral Marketing. He asked me to send you maybe a copy of the seller lead generation email that worked for a client that you may know. He wants you to have a free copy, and would you like to schedule a call to talk to us about executing it? Do you want to call with someone here?
If you haven't, put it in the chat so we know who to go check on.
Yeah, that's the script. So I have 6, just so you know, I have 6 people in the Philippines doing this for myself. We reach out to 300 people a day. Maybe 40, 50 people get back to us. We schedule 4 to 6 appointments a day. Literally doing this. So this is what I do. This is how we get customers. It works. And they're using Frank asked me to call, right? So this is the marketing you watch to get to know me. And then when appointment setter reaches out, they're leveraging that name, whether it's Vyral or me personally, to get their attention and build trust, all right, or get some value from the trust to turn it into a meeting, right? Trust this way. So, okay, where was I with this? So
sorry.
All right, so it's okay, but no, I'm glad you asked that because that's what's on people's. I should know that. I didn't know that. Like, yeah, 100% this works. Okay, try it. So, 50 attempts a day, Monday through Friday. With all due respect, actually, if you're doing consumers, I'd recommend Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Saturday. I'd recommend the calls between noon to 8 p.m. So I'd say your calling assistant work Tuesday through Saturday from noon to 8 p.m. Got it? And their goal is to make 50 attempts a day, which means they can do 250 a week or 1,000 a month, which means if you give them a list of 1,000 people, they will work all 1,000 people with a monthly touch once a month. Fair enough?
Yeah.
So now you have to write them a playbook, sales playbook, messaging playbook, a script. The playbook usually has what to say on the phone, what to say in the voicemail, what to say in the text, and what to say in the email. And it would go something like this. Hey, first name, Sean Martin asked me to reach out to you. You may know him as your realtor or as a friend. Just want to let you know that with all the commission confusion you see in the news and they just announced that they're staying with current interest rates. If you think about buying or selling, it can be confusing. You wanted me to offer you a free buying or selling strategy call with them to help you just plan a move. Would you have any interest? I can call you. That's it.
Yeah, run into the commission talk.
Yeah, I mean, the key with copywriting is you always enter the conversation going on in someone's mind. And the conversation in someone's mind is they literally just left interest rates unchanged and how that affects the market. And you can't, it's everywhere, the real estate commission stuff. So talk about it. And if you want to know more about it, let's kind of call and talk about it. And they don't necessarily have to set the appointment for you. They can just start forwarding you texts and emails of people that want to talk to you, and you can call them back. Right? That's fine. But I think that strategy for, let's just argue, $800 a month to get that quality of a touch to 1,000 people, the same 1,000 people every month, with kind of like a monthly offer, a monthly message, pays very high dividends.
Frank, do you have a service you recommend for that?
Anywhere. I mean, what I would do is the fastest way to find somebody, and you can hire a staffing company. What I would recommend for you to start is to go to upwork.com, create yourself a profile, and I want you to put up a job ad for a calling assistant or appointment setter. Write it up. People will apply from all over the world. Okay. And then what you do is when they apply, you message them saying, hey, thank you for applying. Will you record a little less than 1 minute audio on why you're a fit for the role? And you tell them to use the service Vocaroo. So do you see Vocaroo? This is what they use around the world to do very quick audio recording. It's real easy. Right there, Vocaroo. Will you please go to Vocaroo and just record a 1 minute audio, less than 1 minute, but why you're fit for a job? And they'll reply back. And you listen. There you go. You'll find your hire. I would recommend somewhere between maybe $5-6 an hour is about right. $4 to $6 is about right for that job. In Southeast Asia, that's about a middle class income. How's that, Sean?
Yeah, it's good, man. I mean, we've been through a couple of different people before on this stuff, and we actually just let our ISA go a couple weeks ago. So we're in the void part of that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is you just set unreasonable expectations. You're asking to cold call strangers, like thousands. That's really hard, right? So let's just do 50 attempts a day, email, voicemail, text, call, in the existing database of people who know you, leveraging your name with an item of value and following up with that item of value to see if they're interested in a conversation.
Well, let me ask you a question about that, Frank, because our issue with it wasn't the actual initial call process. It was the follow-up that was an issue. So like how do you all track initial contact to like where they fall off? Like what ratios do you guys have for that?
Well, so the 1,000 True Fans program at the database is not like hardcore lead conversion. This isn't like, oh, lead came in, let's call them a gazillion times.
Yeah.
This is like, it's kind of it's a relationship building tool.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to touch the same 1,000 people every month forever.
Yeah. Well, I was asking because you had mentioned that you obviously like do it for how you get business right now and how you like prospects and things like that. So if you have prospects in there, do you do you track the number of prospects that have come into, like ratio of when they're actually?
Oh, yeah. How do I know it works? Okay. So effectively all in, let's say you're paying $800 a month on labor for a calling assistant.
Mhm.
You're going to have a phone system you'll have to give them. I recommend Zoom phone. That's what we use. It's like $20 a month. Okay. You probably have to get them a CRM license, right? You'll have some transfer fees. We pay them through Wise. WISE is how you send money from the US dollar to the Philippine peso.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Upwork will do it direct. So there's some overhead costs. Let's just call it $1,000 a month. Let's say all in, you're $1,000 a month with all the software, everything, plus their pay.
Yeah.
So if I could just track one deal a month to them, I'm happy as a clam. In fact, probably as a real estate agent, if you can get 6 deals a year, I mean, think of it this way. Here's a list of 1,000 people. You are going to touch them every month for all year long with a monthly message, which could be one of our monthly lead generation messages, right?
Mhm.
If it's only 1,000 a month, you guys can easily afford to spend 2,000 to get a deal. If you can track 6 deals in the whole year, that by touching your list of 1,000 turned into, that's a great investment.
Mhm.
Guys,
I agree.
so that's all that really matters. Now, how many appointments were set and how many leads, sure. But at the end of the day, with any type of advertising expense, it's always about customer acquisition cost. How much did I spend to get the customer? And if you can look at, your metrics of like, okay, I mean, you've been working these 1,000 people. How many of these people ended up on the phone with me in the deal or refer me to someone? Okay, this is great, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think, if I was running a team and everyone's kind of throwing a hissy fit of what we're going to do to get our business, and I was telling Lauren this, the biggest challenge you're going to see in the industry is how do I take all these buyer agents and turn them into listing agents? And here's what they don't want to hear. I'm not going to give you any leads. No, probably not going to do, but like listing leads are hard to come by. So probably not going to get any. Buyer leads are easy to get, right? So they don't want to hear, start beating up your friends and family. Start calling all your friends and family for deals. They're going to leave. They don't want to hear, start cold calling everyone all the time. They're going to leave. They don't do that. And they don't want to hear, drain your bank account on marketing. They don't hear that either. They're going to leave. All right. What they would love to hear from you, the value proposition of how you take a buyer's agent to a listing agent, what they would love to hear is, I'm going to give you 1,000 people on my list that know me, arguably. And you're going to call them every month, once a month, with something of real, tangible value. What are they? I'd like to tell you what your home is worth. I would like to offer you a ticket to our seller workshop. I'd like to offer you a ticket to our movie night. I would like to offer you a free home buying selling strategy call. Hey, I'd like to get you a cash offer on your house. You guys digging that?
Yeah.
And Sean asked me to call. And you're going to be using Sean's name, not yours. So you don't have to take the rejection personally. Sean's going to take the rejection for you. And that's what I tell my team. Look, everyone's going to yell at you, but remember, they're not yelling at you. They're yelling at my name.
Yeah.
I will take the rejection for you. You don't have to take it.
Fair point.
Fair point.
Yep.
Good.
There's something to be said about that, by the way. Asking someone to make calls under their own name is terrifying because the rejection is personal. Hi, this is Frank. I wanted to call you because are you interested in, hiring Vyral? No. Oh, that's a personal attack, right? But if I could say, hi, this is Bob. Frank asked me to call you about Vyral. No. Okay. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just talk to me about this. What else do you guys want to know? I think also I was filling you on some things. I would pay, somewhere probably between $4 to $6 an hour. I would work from 12 to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. The goal is 50 attempts, and it's a full package of attempts. You'd write them a playbook with a script of why I'm reaching out with an item of value, and then you want to schedule a call. You would get a daily report. A daily report would be how many hours I worked, how many attempts you made, 50, how many contacts you got, which is probably about 10, 15%. So I don't know, 5 to 10 people actually responded or talked to you. And of the 5 to 10 people, how many were interested in talking to Sean? Makes sense? right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Then you also want to make sure what I call they're not murdering your database while they're doing it.
No, yeah.
So
What
the
do you
next thing I would do after you got that report, so maybe it's like a daily huddle, because you're leading them, right? I would say, kind of look at your sent emails, pull up all your sent emails in your inbox, make sure they're not like formatted totally crazy and stupid. Like, let's make sure they look decent. Like the way you're writing, let me see your sent emails. Then I would go into like, Zoom phone and take a look at their sent texts. And then I would like go into the call recordings and pull some call recordings and see how they're representing you on the phone. But it's all monitored. It's not like you can't find that,
Mhm.
right? And then I would probably ask them too, like on a daily meeting or a daily report, like, did anyone ask you anything that you didn't know what to say? And I would write that down. I would update like a book of scripts. So over time, it's like just several pages of like every question they possibly get with like the answer,
Mhm.
book of scripts. So now the question becomes, whoa, this is working. Whoa, this $1,000 I'm spending on my 1,000 true fans is pulling me a deal a month. Gosh, I only need 6. This is gonna be 12. Well, let's make 2,000 true fans. Let's scale this up, right?
Yeah.
Now all you have to do is copy and paste and copy and paste. And at Vyral, I've copy and pasted 6 times. So my list is 6,000. I have 6,000 true fans. Arguably. I wouldn't know if they would identify them as a true fan, but I call them that.
They're labeled that.
They're labeled that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what else do you guys want to know? Look, the whole point here is you're paying us at Vyral. I want you doing the marketing. I want you to get in the brand equity and people watching your videos and seeing you. And yeah, you can kind of see who's clicking links and opting in. But we do know that if we put more outbound calls in that list, there's more opportunity. Can we all agree with that? If you're doing the marketing. And I kind of shared that strategy with you today of how to squeeze more juice out of that orange. Zach, let me talk to you. What are your thoughts on everything we talked about so far today?
Hey, not sure what happened to the video. Is it? It's just out.
You're a little blurry.
Let's
Actual
see.
blur.
I don't know what just happened. I am curious about, so Frank, I don't think I have like 1,000 solid people that would know who I am.
Great.
Scaling it down, let's say.
Yeah. So Zach, the reason I pick 1,000 is the numbers kind of work out nicely because I do know that one full-time caller can make 50 attempts a day, 5 days a week is 1,000.
Okay, got it.
Zach, do you have 300 true fans?
Oh yeah.
All right. You're going to follow the 300 true fan system.
Okay, nice.
And all you need is a part-time caller. Probably
There
not
we
even part-time. You probably need a quarter time.
Nice.
Same idea, just scale it back. All right. But I think 1,000 is a good place to start for par. And you can kind of go down from that with that system, and you can kind of go up from that.
Awesome.
All right.
Sweet.
What else? Talk to me. Talk to me. We're going to talk about sponsors next week. So next week, we're going to talk about how to get all this paid for. How's that sound? Would you guys like someone else to pay for all this?
Yes.
Always.
Okay. So I still want to take some time here and talk about calling, but I do want to just give you a little preview for next week. Please give us some thoughts so you don't come in totally blind. But I will ask you these questions. I want you to think of one person on this list here on the right
Take this to go to.
that might want to be in front of all the buyers and sellers and people moving in your database. Are there any names that come to mind of current relationships you have in these industries on the right here that might want to be in front of all the homeowners and buyers and sellers and people thinking about moving in your list? Give that some thought. And that's on the real estate agent page. You can find that. Just go to click real estate agent on the industries page. Because we're going to go hit one of them up for money. I'm going to show them how to do it.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, Zach's video works all of a sudden.
Got it?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to find someone to pay for all of it.
Paid for.
All right. So with that, with a little preview for next week to put a capstone on our 8 weeks together, whether it's a question about the calling we talked about today to maximize your list or anything else, use the time. What do you guys want to know?
I mean, I think we're good right now, dude. We've been running rickshaw for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been a fun last couple of days, but I just got off a Zoom call. That's why I was late.
To another Zoom call. Then to another Zoom call.
Yeah.
It's what it feels like every day these days.
I know.
Yeah, so I was just want to elaborate on something what you said, Frank, that this is like the limiting belief that I shared out there is what I hear from most people, right?
Yeah.
And like we have adapted this a couple different times over, and it really is much easier than you think wise. And like the thing that you say here suggests we wrote a lot of this down is something that I believe is going to be a make or break in the real estate like professional industry of like how quick you are in front of people and what you're going to be doing to say to them. I don't think these like what's going on is the dust and the settles and everything here. I don't think it's as huge of an idea as a big thing as like what some people are saying it is. I think there's going to be a lot of change that comes for sure, but I just think it's a different avenue. Like
Mhm.
it's just a different way to do things, right? It's two different ways to drive somewhere. But I think the calling and the scripting is imperative. So
And
that's
they gave that to you. It's all about leveraging your name. Sean asked me to call. Sean, who I believe is your realtor, who you have a relationship with, or you may recognize. Do you know Sean? He asked me to call you. Okay. And there it is. It's right there, right? Like, hopefully your marketing was doing its job. They were watching your videos, clicking your links, consuming your content, like have positive vibes with you right there. And they go, yeah. Oh, my God. All right. Now that, hey, you're okay with that, you wanted me to offer you this item of value. You wanted me to offer you a ticket. You wanted me to like be of use to you. Oh, thank you. Great. And while I have you on the phone, you want to talk to him.
yeah.
That's the 3 steps of the script. Do they recognize you? Item of value, ask for the transfer of the appointment.
Yeah. Frank, we got to roll, dude. We got to be somewhere at 2.
Go, get out of here.
We got
Jack,
something
you
going
good?
here. We're great.
I'm
man.
good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Frank. Thank you.
See you next week, sponsors. Bye, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks, buddy.
You guys.